Hello, I'm Keith Yosla, and I'm going to be comparing this YoshTown to this YoshTown. Okay, let's start off by looking at Yoshi's Castle. Yoshi's Castle. This is the old YoshTown, which is the first one we built. So the building style wasn't exactly as good as it is nowadays. As you see, well, there's a slight detail, like with little overhangs above the windows, but other than that, the castle's not actually that good. Moving on, the church. The church is, no, it's just awful. No overhangs except for clock you could class as one. The windows don't have any detail in. And the doors are just average doors stuck in cobblestone, so no, we don't like them. The Banana Lake, well, it's made of lava. Lava's quite glitchy in this game, and we don't want too much glitchiness. The banana boat's made out of gold. I don't know why anyone would choose, because that's one of the ugliest blocks in Minecraft. But then let's move on to the art gallery. The art gallery, you do not build a building out of glass. Glass is stained glass, alright, but just glass. I know it's not been added to Minecraft Pocket Edition, but glass is just awful. Inside's not bad, but we need to move on. Yoshi's shop. What even is this? Glass blocks rather than glass panes. No overhangs. The roof's okay, I guess, but no. Other than that, it's just awful. YoshTown. What is this? They're not cobwebs of it. Oh no, glass panes. The tables inside look horrible. I'd rather just move on from here. The fisheries while we're just heading to the beach. There's no overhang. And the windows, well, at least we used glass panes. So, Dino Doctors. There's overhangs, you could class it as alright, but the roof just goes straight into one of those lights at the football field. Okay, the beach. Well, you can't really complain about the actual beach itself. That's good, because that took quite a while, but what is this? A beach cafe? It's horrible! Palm trees, yeah? These seats are a bit random, and the boat technique's not the best. Lots of events going on at the beach, and why would we even choose to build something out of those blocks? No, it's horrible. What is this building? Okay, so fire station, and there's lots of more buildings, and ugly buildings, let me say. Yo-Yo's Hill, this hill has basically remained the same. It's the same shape, and the hill's slightly changed, but not much. It's basically the same. So, let's go by Yaga now. Yaga is just, why would you spam torches on the front of a building? Then write in glowstone the name of the building. What even is this? Is this Yippie's Corner Shop or something? This just isn't good. The bank. Again, that glowstone on front of the building does not look good. Try to make this building look like a cake. What even is this building? It must have something to do with cakes. A dark old cake shop. With, like, no detail and glass blocks for the window. No. This house isn't bad, I suppose, but it's not got many overhangs and still uses glass blocks for windows. I just can't even explain that building, it's so awful. That is just weird. That's another of those ugly buildings. The police station's not too bad. The blacksmith's is alright. This building's awful. The cinema, well, again, it's that glowstone writing. It's just And no overhangs or windows. What is this? This is... No, I have to stop here. Nice good building to finish it off here. By the way, there's nothing in that corner. Don't think. No, there isn't. So, this building's not too bad. It has overhangs. Has glass panes as a window. And the station. So the station's really not good. It's made of stone and stone bricks. I suppose it has waiting offices with no one in. And the platforms are okay. But the only problem is, it leads to nowhere. So, there's ships. That YFC. Which is okay. And the Olympic Stadium. Which is spelt wrong. It's spelled the limit. So we seriously had a fail there. It's too green. And they're not the starting tracks, are they? Moving on. That's basically all, except Yama's house. Which I don't even know if it's even, but, the block choice for that is horrible. So, I'm about finished off showing around the basics of the old YoshTown. So, I suppose we better move to the new, better YoshTown before you get too scared of our building in this YoshTown. Okay, let's start off by going to Yoshi's Castle. So, Yoshi's Castle, a lot of detail on this. As you can see, there's an oak log framework and a nice cobblestone pointy roof. The gardens are very detailed with a huge custom tree in the middle and a nice pond for Yoshi to swim in. Moving on, we will go to the Banana Lake. Unlike the other YoshTown, this is actually made like with water. So it's much less glitchy and nice. Instead of gold, we've used some nice yellow stained clay, which has a better effect. The church, a nice roof style with light grey stained glass, which is basically the same for every building, and it uses oak log framework, basically. Yes. Moving on to YFC. I mean, yeah, there's glowstone, but with a nice little spruce border, it makes it look much better. And the nice sloping roof, yeah. Yama's house, that uses a much better block choice than the old YoshTown. I mean, this is made of brown stained clay rather than blue stained clay. Okay, moving on to Yonopolis. It uses a really hard to build dome roof, and it's a nice circular building which is pretty hard to build. YK Lab. This is an amazing building. It is huge and includes millions of, well, not millions, but quite a lot of rooms. The Yatai Estate. This place is quite big and includes a lot of nice custom trees and sceneries. And then next to it is the amazing Yatai's house. This place is just huge and made of cobblestone and stone bricks and has a nice monument in front of it. Moving on to the farm. The farm is just a very huge place, and the farmhouse uses a nice spruce and oak block choice, and there's lots of fields around it. Then we move on to the station. The station is a very much better than the last YoshTown, because it actually leads somewhere. And it's made of much better with much better roof. Then there's the sports field, which is very similar to the Olympic Stadium, and much nice green colour rather than light green wool. Then onto the swimming pool. Unlike the last YoshTown, the swimming pool is not actually a cube. It is much better, and we forgot to show the last YoshTown, but it is awful. You wouldn't be able to stand looking at it. There's a nice lighthouse on the beach, which has a huge effect, and there's a nice plaza next to the beach with some nice market stores on, which are much better than the ones on the beach in the old YoshTown. Then there's all these seafront buildings, which have a very nice style. The last YoshTown seafront buildings weren't even on a promenade, or just next to the beach. Then there's this nice boat, much better than the ones in the old YoshTown. I know, everything's much better than the ones in the old YoshTown. Then there's a plane. The plane is a very hard to build, detailed thing, and then there's also a helicopter. As I said earlier, Yo-Yo's Hill is basically the same, as it uses the same block choices. And Yoshi's Shop is just much better than the other one because it uses framework. Couplands uses framework again, which makes it a lot better. And again, YoSholte. Unlike the old YoshTown, this one's a much better style because of framework. Yaga is a very good building because it uses a different roof style. Moving on to this blacksmiths. It's a very nice building because it has a very different roof. And the theatre is of a different roof. It's like a sloping but with gaps. And moving on to the art gallery. The art gallery has a very good interior with nice pillars coming down. And the roof is just like an average roof, but it's still nice. So basically, that's it for the main buildings. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and you'll really be able to see how much the building changed from the old YoshTown to the new YoshTown. In fact, it's changed so much, you could even say, the old YoshTown's just a cube. Goodbye everyone, from me, Keeper of Yosla, and...
This was King Yoshi.
Goodbye!